Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate filings to find the juicy bits you won't read in the press releases. Today we are diving into Matinas BioPharma Holdings Incorporated's latest report, and let me tell you, there is some interesting stuff going on with their top executive compensation. And if you appreciate getting these no-nonsense breakdowns straight from the source, make sure you are subscribed and check out our Discord community, linked in the description below. So, we are looking at a Form 8K filing, which is basically a report on major events that shareholders should know about. In this case, the big news revolves around an amendment to the employment agreement for their Chief Executive Officer, Jerome D. Jabber. This section details changes related to the company's leadership and their pay. It seems like the company and their CEO have inked a new deal, tweaking the terms of his employment, specifically concerning a retention bonus and his annual bonus. The core of this amendment is about a retention bonus. Initially, if a change in control of the company happened by a certain date, and the CEO was still on board, he would get a bonus. This bonus was set to be the higher of his target annual bonus, or a nice sum of $299,000. Think of it as a golden handshake to keep him around during potentially uncertain times. The first significant change is that they've pushed back the deadline. The company is giving more time, moving the expiration date for this specific bonus trigger from the 31st of March of 2026 to the 30th of June of 2026. This suggests that either a change in control is still on the table, or they want to maintain that incentive for a longer period. Now, here is where it gets really interesting from a timing perspective, instead of the whole bonus being paid only after the deal is fully closed. 2/3 of it will be paid as soon as the company signs a solid agreement to be acquired or merged. The remaining 1/3 will be paid just before the actual closing of that deal. This is a pretty common structure to ensure the executive is incentivized throughout the entire process, even if things get a little bumpy right at the end. And they've also clarified what happens if he leaves. If he resigns for what is defined as good reason, or if the company lets him go for reasons other than cause, he still gets the retention bonus. This is important because it protects him in situations that aren't his fault. Beyond the retention bonus tied to a takeover, there is also a tweak to his regular annual bonus. For the 2025 calendar year, he is guaranteed to receive at least his target annual bonus. This payout is scheduled for no later than the 1st of February of 2026, provided he is still with the company and hasn't resigned without good reason or been terminated for cause. Essentially, they are ensuring he is compensated for his work in 2025, regardless of any future events. They've also broadened the definition of what constitutes a change in control. It now includes situations where the company's main business significantly changes after a transaction. This is a crucial update because it widens the net of events that could trigger certain provisions in the agreement, including that retention bonus. It means that even if the company isn't fully acquired, a substantial shift in its operations could be deemed a change in control. This amendment is essentially a formalization of these updated terms. All other existing conditions of his employment agreement remain in place unless specifically changed by this amendment. The full details are in Exhibit 10.1, which is attached to this filing. So, what is the story here? Matinas BioPharma Holdings Incorporated is clearly preparing for or navigating potential changes, likely a merger or acquisition. They are incentivizing their CEO to stay put during this sensitive period by adjusting his bonus structure and extending timelines. The clarity on trigger events and payouts provides a clearer picture of executive compensation in the face of corporate events. Looking at the broader picture from Matinas BioPharma, they are in the biopharmaceutical industry, which is inherently risky and capital intensive. Companies in this space often seek mergers or acquisitions for various reasons, including to accelerate drug development, gain market access, or provide an exit for investors. The adjustments to the CEO's compensation suggest that a significant strategic event, such as a change in control, is a real possibility and something the company is actively managing. The company's stock ticker is MTNB and it trades on the NYSE American. While this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables, the focus on executive compensation related to a change in control strongly hints at ongoing strategic discussions. Now, for my take on all this filing signals a company potentially on the verge of a major transition. The enhanced retention bonus for the CEO, with staggered payments tied to definitive agreements and closings, is a strong indicator that a deal is actively being pursued or considered. This incentivizes the CEO to remain focused and committed, working towards a successful transaction. The expanded definition of change in control is also key, as it broadens the scope of events that could trigger these compensation changes, offering more protection and incentive for the CEO under various scenarios. The main takeaway for investors and observers is that Matinas BioPharma may be heading towards a consolidation or acquisition. While the precise financial health isn't detailed here, the strategic moves around executive compensation are often a precursor to such significant corporate events. The risk here, as always in M&A, is that deals can fall apart. However, the structured bonus payments, especially the 2/3 upon signing a definitive agreement, show a level of planning to mitigate certain risks of deal collapse for the executive. The opportunity for shareholders lies in the potential sale price should a deal materialize, without specific financial figures in this particular filing. It is hard to assess the valuation, but the focus on this executive agreement suggests management is prioritizing a smooth transition and a potentially lucrative outcome. Alright, that is our breakdown of Matinas BioPharma Holdings Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these executive compensation changes and what they might signal for the company's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, for more discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.